Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a king and queen who were very happy together. They had 3 beautiful daughters, and the youngest, Psyche, was more beautiful than even the goddess Venus. This made Venus very angry, and she decided to punish the mortal girl. Venus called her son, Cupid.
Make Psyche fall in love with the most wretched man and be miserable forever.
Cupid set off to obey his mother's command. But when he saw Psyche, Cupid was stunned by her beauty and princess-like grace. Love filled Cupid's heart for Psyche. Cupid decided that Psyche must become his wife and drove all other suitors away. The king and queen were puzzled that no suitor came for Psyche, so they consulted an oracle. The oracle declared that Psyche's fate was unusual and advised the king to dress her in bridal attire and leave her on a high hill. The king and queen, worried and sorrowful, followed the oracle's advice. Psyche, in her bridal gown, stood alone on the hill, scared of what might happen. Suddenly, a gentle breeze lifted Psyche from the hilltop and carried her to a lush valley. Psyche landed softly in a beautiful green valley and saw a marble palace nearby. She approached the palace, and its doors magically opened before her. Inside, she marveled at the golden and silver walls and the ivory ceilings. A voice greeted her.
"Welcome, beautiful princess. Be the mistress of this palace."
Psyche wandered through the palace, unable to see all the rooms. Invisible servants attended to her every need, making her feel welcome. At night, Psyche lay down in a luxurious bed and fell asleep. Cupid joined her in the darkness, and though she could not see him, she felt his loving presence. In the morning, Cupid left before dawn, and Psyche woke up alone. Though she was happy, she worried about her family, thinking they believed she was dead. Psyche asked Cupid to let her inform her family that she was alive and well. Cupid reluctantly agreed but warned her of possible dangers. Zephyrus, the west wind, brought Psyche's sisters to the palace. Her sisters were envious when they saw Psyche's happiness and wealth. They whispered and plotted out of jealousy. They told her that her husband was a dangerous serpent. Psyche decided to find out the truth and hid a knife and a lamp under her bed covers. At night, she lit the lamp and prepared to face her husband. She was astonished and relieved to see Cupid instead of a serpent. Cupid awoke, angry and hurt by her lack of trust. Cupid left, and Psyche, tearful and alone, began her quest to find him. Eventually, Psyche arrived at Venus's palace, hopeful yet weary. Venus disdainfully assigned Psyche an impossible task. Venus mixed millet, barley, poppy seeds, and beans in a large basket and ordered Psyche to sort them. Psyche cried, knowing the task was impossible until an ant took pity on her. The ant called its friends, and they quickly sorted the seeds. Venus then ordered Psyche to gather golden fleece from wild sheep. The sheep were fierce and fought anyone who approached. Psyche stood by a stream, afraid to go near the grazing sheep. A reed by the stream advised her to wait until noon when the sheep would sleep, then collect the fleece caught on bushes. Psyche followed the reed's advice and brought Venus a bundle of golden fleece. Still unsatisfied, Venus sent Psyche to fetch water from a spring atop a steep cliff. Despairing, Psyche stood at the cliff's base with a crystal jug when an eagle swooped down. The eagle took the jug, filled it at the spring, and returned it to Psyche. Angry, Venus devised another task, sending Psyche to the underworld to fetch a box of beauty from Persephone. Psyche, thinking death preferable, climbed a tower to jump. The tower's stones took pity and advised her on how to enter the underworld. They told her to give Charon 2 coins and Cerberus 2 pieces of bread. Persephone gave Psyche a box, warning her not to open it. Returning to the mortal world, Psyche couldn't resist opening the box. A sleep-like death engulfed her as black smoke from the box surrounded her. By then, Cupid's burn had healed, and his anger subsided. He flew to find Psyche and found her in a death-like sleep. Cupid awoke her with a passionate kiss. Psyche recounted Venus's trials, and Cupid promised such torment would never happen again. Cupid flew to Jupiter, asking him to reconcile Venus and Psyche. Jupiter summoned Venus. "Do not be troubled that your son chose a mortal wife. I will grant her immortality." Jupiter gave Psyche a cup of ambrosia, making her immortal. The gods praised Psyche's beauty and virtue. Venus reconciled with Psyche, accepting her as a daughter-in-law. Cupid and Psyche later had a daughter named Voluptas, happiness.